What is up, guys? It's your boy Hercules, and we are back at it again. So yesterday they released the first official trailer for Kraven the Hunter movie from Sony Pictures, and I gotta be very honest, I don't know about this film. I don't know. Something about this tells me it could have potential to at least be a decent film. I thought Morbius was decent, but it wasn't great. It wasn't where it should have been. It should have been a rated R, scary ass film, just like the Venom movies. But I understand why Venom was kept more PG rating. I understand. Or at least I think it's a PG. It's probably PG-13. But Morbius should have been rated R. And Kraven being rated R, look, I think it's a little too late for that, but it looks like they're going all out with this. Now, here are my issues. I don't know too much of Kraven. Like, I know the basics of who he is, but I also know, like, I think it's the original, way he gets kind of his power is, if you want to. He goes to like this Buddhist or something like that, like this voodoo lady, and that's how he gets kind of his powers. Now I think there's other stories out there that where he's more of a he's just really good hunter. He's just a really good hunter, and he's just somebody that has incredible speed and incredible strength, but he's nothing like a meta-human, nothing like that. This film looks like they're gonna go the route of where he probably meets the voodoo lady, because I believe she is in it. I forgot the name of the character. It's really a character that I think nobody really cares, but the character is there. Oh, and guess what? In the comics, the character was black, and in this film, they kept it black, because they know if they would have switched that character to a white character, there would have been a lot of backlash. But I digress. Now, again, this film I think has potential to be at least a decent film, but it also has a lot of potential of being a disaster. And the reason why I think it could be a disaster is because look at Morbius. Even though I think Morbius was decent for me to enjoy a little bit here and there, the movie didn't do good. It didn't do good. I believe it lost money for Sony, and people didn't like it. When it comes to the Venom movies, I think the Venom movies are okay. They're decent. But they are not incredible films. They are not films that I would even tell people, dude, you gotta watch this film. No. I'll be like, if it's on, yeah, I'll watch it. Or if I don't have nothing else to do, I might throw it up there, and it might help me go to sleep or something like that. But it's not something that you're always sitting down and rewatching. Movies that you can sit down and rewatch are like the Harry Potter movies, the Avenger movies, Avengers Endgame, Infinity War, The Dark Knight, Batman Begins, Batman 1989, Dark Knight Rises, those types of films, right? The Venom movies are not that. Morbius are not that. But again, like I said, I think there's potential in there, because I think I believe his name is Aaron Taylor Johnson. I believe that's his real name. I could be wrong. Don't hold me up that. The kid that plays Kit-Kats, pretty much. I think he looks phenomenal. I think he fits perfect as Kraven. Does he have the Russian accent? No, not really, but most likely because when he was playing Quicksilver, he did have that Russian accent, and a lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was fine. I didn't expect him to be like a straight up Russian, and I don't really need the Russian accent for it. So one thing that really kinda tells me like, yeah, this could be a disaster, is Rhino. Now, again, I don't know the origins of all these characters like some people out there that know. To me, comic books, there are certain characters like I'm really invested in, like Batman. Batman is my guy, and Spider-Man. Those are like my two guys right there. When it comes to every other character, I know like bits and pieces out there. Rhino, as far as I know, and again, this is just from me reading some of the books and even the original, the first appearance where he was originally introduced. As far as I remember, Rhino is a guy that goes into like a experimental by the Russians. But as far as I know, he gets injected with stuff, not to become like a rhino or anything like that, just to become something powerful, like have muscles, basically like steroids. That's how I really think about it. Like steroids, he becomes like a superhuman. But he doesn't start developing anything of a rhino body, nothing like that. They develop this suit. The rhino suit is just like a developed suit, like a Spider-Man suit, but it's just like pretty much like to hide his identity. Not really to hide his identity, but it's like basically like an Iron Man suit, like where he's untouchable inside that suit, because deep down he is still a human. So when he wears that suit, it's just like pretty much I don't know, you can basically trying to hide his identity, even though he's not really hiding his identity. That's how it is. Then his experiment starts just keep growing and growing and growing, that the suit basically becomes part of him, where he can't take it off anymore. Like he just can't take it off. He just grew into it, and now he's Rhino. He's forever Rhino. And if you remember the Amazing Spider-Man 2, it was made that the Rhino suit was freaking like a transformer pretty much. And I didn't have an issue with that. I still wouldn't have done it like that, but I understood where they were going for. They were going for a new take. That's totally fine. You can do, I think that you can do stuff like that where you give a new take on these characters. That's fine. Sometimes they land, sometimes they don't. But this one looks like he's gonna be basically pretty much a human, and he gets injected with these experiments, and I believe he's wearing something like maybe like a vibration, something that's holding back him from him turning into Rhino every time or forever. He's got like a machine on his waist or something like that, and it looks like he turns it off, and then he says, "You want to know why they call me the Rhino?" And then his arms start just balling up into like basically concrete, and boom, there we go. That's gonna be Rhino. I don't know about that, guys. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Rhino was first like that, where his body did develop into like a Rhino-X body, like something like that. But as far as I know, I thought it was just like an armor suit that he would wear, and he just grew too big into it. His experiment kept growing and growing and growing, that eventually he couldn't take off the suit and he became Rhino. But let me know what you guys think. I think the film, like I said, I think it could be a decent film, but it could also be a disaster. I think the rated R mark is definitely gonna help it, because it's gonna draw in the people that have been waiting for something rated R. Even though we've gotten a couple here and there, but people want rated R. Like, I've been asking for a Joker rated R film, and guess what? We did get that. We've been asking for a Deadpool movie rated R. Guess what? We got that. I've been asking for a Batman movie rated R. We haven't gotten that, and we were supposedly gonna get that with Ben Affleck facing Deathstroke, but we just never got that. So now Kraven has the opportunity of doing something big for rated R films. Does this film have to make a lot of money? I don't know. I don't know how much money it costs to make this film, but we'll see what happens, man. You know, I think a lot of people are sick and tired of films that these iconic characters from the Spider-Man world being introduced, but there's no Spider-Man. And look, you might think that's okay and everything, but at the end of the day, it's not, because these iconic characters are incredible, but on their own, it doesn't make sense. You need Spider-Man there to make it more believable, I guess you could say. And stop trying to make these characters into these anti-heroes. Why can't we just have another freaking villain out there? As much as you want to talk, I remember the Joker film, and everybody was saying how bad it was and everything, but at the end of the day, it was an incredible film. It made you feel some kind of way for this guy, but at the end of the day, you knew that what he did wasn't right. You knew what he did wasn't right. You saw the progression where he was going, and at the end of the day of the film, you were left with a damn, that's Joker. And there's rumors out there that he might not be Joker. Do I think the sequel was needed? No, I don't think you needed to tell the sequel, because the way they're going about it, I don't know. I'll just leave it there. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.